1-800-639-8775. It's 135 traffic every 10 minutes on the 5s. Brought to you by Howard's. Here's Tom Train.
Looking at a problem over on the 105 going westbound at Lakewood Boulevard. A crash there as traffic backed up from the 605. The eastbound side of the 105 also a little on and off through the Linwood area from just about Aviation Boulevard over towards the 710. Southbound side of the 605 recovering pretty nicely. Had an earlier crash down near Telegraph Road. Still on and off from Washington Boulevard down towards the 5. The downtown area is a big mess. The northbound side of the 110 got a crash up near 3rd Street. That's got traffic backed up out of South LA from just about MLK up towards the 4 level. The northbound side of the 101 still dealing with delays from an accident near Alameda. That plus a crash near Glendale Boulevard has traffic pretty much stopped out of the East LA interchange. Same with the southbound side of the 101. It's going to be slow from just about Normandy Avenue down towards the 4 level. Over on the 134, earlier crash through Burbank is gone. Traffic is recovering. Still a little busy from Cahuenga Boulevard over towards the 170. And it looks like the accidents on the eastbound side of the 101. We had one near Tampa. That's gone. Had another one near Laurel. That's gone as well. Traffic is trying to get better. It's still going to be a little stopped up as you approach, though. Howard's, brand name appliances, TVs, and mattresses since 1946. Visit howards.com for showroom nearest you. Howard's, 71 years of making your house a home. Your next report, 145 from Tom Tran, more traffic reports, more on KNX 1070 News Radio.
You're listening to KNX In Depth with Mike Simpson. I'm Charles Feldman.
The decision on what to do about the 800,000 DACA recipients in the U.S. in the hands of Congress at this point. President Trump planning to revisit the issue if lawmakers can't resolve it. But then what? Could be tough going for DACA recipients if they eventually are forced to leave the U.S. and return to their home country.
With us now, Dr. William Perez, professor of education at Claremont Graduate University and one of the country's leading experts on undocumented students. Professor, you've talked with, I gather, several hundred young people who were originally brought to the U.S. By their parents, I guess, or guardians illegally, then for whatever reason ended up back in whether it was Mexico or some other country. What was it like for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think one way to describe it is shocking, being removed from the only country that they ever knew as their home. And, one of the highlights of the study that we conducted was the high level of psychological trauma that they experienced. I mean, these are folks, through a Fulbright fellowship grant, we were able to survey 300 of them and do in-depth interviews with them. And, and that's really a theme as they find a way to adjust to the country that they were born in, but that they don't really relate to in any way, linguistically or culturally.
How do they navigate when they go back? I mean, the education system, if they want to continue, or healthcare, or you mentioned the language barrier because maybe your Spanish isn't up to par with what the locals think.
Absolutely. I mean, the majority of these young people that we surveyed, these were young adults between the ages of 18 and 25. On average, they had arrived in the U.S. at the age of 9. Had spent, all their formative years in the United States before they were either deported or forced to return because their parents were deported. I mean, the big thing in terms of educational access is, a lot of these young people started college and they were deported during their undergraduate studies, or some of them had completed high school and wanted to continue with college, but it was virtually impossible given the linguistic and cultural barriers, and in addition to the extreme discrimination they experienced from their Mexican counterparts and Mexican society in general.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how these other countries, Mexico or some Central American country perhaps, how do they respond to these kids and young adults when they return?
The governments have been really slow in their response to provide support and adjustment and transitioning back to their countries of origin. I think the big story there is that the nonprofit and the NGO sector has done a tremendous work in helping young people and families find a way to readjust to their new settings. And I think there's one of the things that we highlighted as a result of the research that for this multinational collaboration between the United States and in these countries of origin for these young people that are deported. There's just no articulation or coordination, and as a result of that, great tragedy of these young people that are not able to realize their potential. And virtually all of them have high levels of educational history, all in the United States, and all of that investment that we made up, we're not able to reap the benefits because we deported them.
You mentioned the psychological toll, so you feel bad about the U.S. because they say, you can't live here, you don't belong. This was your home, but but no longer. But then you feel bad about the country that you go to because you're teased or you don't know how to navigate there. I mean, the weight that must have on some of these young people to not feel at home or not feel right about either place.
It's a tremendous weight. It's sort of this dual message of rejection. There's so, there's rejection in American society, and the deportation was sort of the epitome of that rejection. And they go back to the country of origin, and they're rejected because they're seen as too American and too Americanized or not Mexican enough. And so what we see as a response to deal with sort of the psychological trauma and sort of the social marginality is they turn to each other. And so you see, one of the things that we learned is that they form these communities. These deportees and returnees, live in the same neighborhoods, and so that they can speak English and act American in a way where they're not going to be discriminated against or sort of marginalized as a result of that. But I think there's a lot of opportunities there to have this dialogue, across nations about what do we do to support these athletes so that they don't have to experience that trauma.
Okay, Dr. William Perez, professor of education at Claremont Graduate University, one of the country's leading experts on undocumented students.
Coming up next, Congress back from its break, Russia investigations back on track. That in just about 5 minutes. KNX In Depth continues.
It's 1:41 now, sponsored by Best Friends Animal Society.
Meet the cat or dog of your dreams at the first ever citywide super adoption. On September 9th and 10th, more than 1,000 pets will be available for free or reduced adoption fees at 8 different locations throughout LA. Learn more at bestfriendsla.org/superadoption.
Hey, it's Charles Feldman again. I want to talk to you a little bit about healthcare, and I think you will all agree that there's no more important decision you can make, probably, than choosing wisely a healthcare plan. All of these Medicare Advantage plan options, let's talk about what makes SCAN Health Plan different. SCAN was started way back in 1977 by a group of seniors. Now, they wanted better access to care, so together with experts in senior health, they formed the Senior Care Action Network. Known today as SCAN, they continue to provide benefits and services to keep you healthy and independent. But most importantly, they give you the time and personal attention that you deserve. Learn more at www.thescandifference.com. One more time, that's www.thescandifference.com. You don't have SCAN. You're with SCAN.
The new school year is here, and already a lot of parents I know have told me that they're worried about their child having to go through yet another year of struggles with homework, difficulty focusing, and behavioral problems. Hi, it's Vicki Moore, and you want to give your child every opportunity to succeed this year. So call the Drake Institute of Behavioral Medicine today before the problems really start to set in and your child starts falling behind again. The Drake Institute's high-tech brain mapping and successful non-drug treatment program for ADD, ADHD, and high-functioning autism is truly life-changing for so many kids. They're able to focus and complete their homework all on their own, and their grades start improving. And it's all achieved without drugs. Call the Drake Institute at 800-700-4233 for a professional consultation at no charge, and get the help now so this new school year can truly be a new beginning for the whole family. It's 800-700-4233 or visit drakeinstitute.com. It can change your life.
Looking for something new and interesting to do this weekend, and perhaps discover something valuable at the same time? Think of Southern California's best flea market. This Sunday, September 10th, is the second Sunday of the month, and it's Rose Bowl Flea Market Sunday at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, where over 2,500 vendors will be offering their wares and treasures: antique radios, toys, signs, art, games, lamps, furniture, collectibles, all types of great and unusual room decor, new and innovative merchandise, crafts, vintage clothing, and much more. Come find your Halloween decor, the place to find the rare, the unusual, the bizarre, and one of a kind. But whether you come to buy or just browse, it's just good old-time summer fun for the whole family and a day of thrifting. This Sunday at the Rose Bowl Flea Market in Pasadena, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Special early admission and free or preferred VIP parking available. For more information, go to rgcshows.com. Produced by Archie Canning Enterprises, Inc.
Here's the country's most renowned attorney with some free legal advice.
Hi, this is Robert Shapiro. If you suffered a major injury, you need the best representation. With right counsel, I'm using my experience to get you the right attorney when you need help the most. If they don't win, you pay nothing. See how much more you can recover at rightcounsel.com.
When you need a lawyer for a serious harm or injury, call us at 877-RIGHT-11. That's 877-RIGHT-11. Or go to rightcounsel.com.
It's 1:45, traffic every 10 minutes on the 5. It's brought to you by Indeed.com. Here's Tom Tran.
Got a new problem on the southbound side of the 5 Golden State Freeway, Colorado Street. Single vehicle crash here. It's off the roadway, left some debris in the road, slowing from about the 134, and it's going to stay busy down towards the 10. Northbound side of the 405, new crash over near La Tijera. Moved off to the right shoulder, still busy from the 105, and it's going to stay pretty solid all the way up towards the Santa Monica Freeway. Southbound side of the 405 had this earlier crash down near Venice Boulevard I've been telling you about. It is causing a pretty nasty delay from Wilshire. I would suggest exiting off the freeway. If you're trying to get down towards the 90, down towards the Culver City area, use Sepulveda Boulevard coming away from the west side. It's moving along a lot better than 405. Unfortunately, the 10, which is already stalled up going eastbound at Santa Monica Freeway, it's busy because of the delays on the 405. For anybody trying to exit onto the 405, you're seeing problems, but now we've got an accident being reported on the 10 just before Cloverfield. So it's backed up pretty much out of Santa Monica, starting back at 14th Street all the way over towards the 405. I'd suggest using Pico or National or Olympic going east if you're trying to get over towards Culver City. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. Post your next job opening on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. Your next report, 155. Tom Tran, more traffic reports more often, KNX 1070 News Radio.
You're listening to KNX In Depth, sponsored by your Southern California BMW Centers and Mike Simpson along with Charles Feldman.
Now that Congress is back in session, things are heating up to Russia investigation, or should we say investigations, plural. With us now is Bloomberg National Security reporter Chris Strome. So, Chris, we've got what? The House, we've got the Senate. How many people, including Robert Mueller, of course, who's the independent counsel, are now back in gear, we presume, looking into this?
You've got multiple investigations going on, and some of them are conflicting with each other. In the House, there's the House Intelligence Committee, the Senate has 2 committees, Robert Mueller doing the investigation. There's also efforts that are still ongoing inside the intelligence agencies. So all these different groups are pursuing investigations with some different purposes, but they're also conflicting with each other.
Yeah, are they sharing, or is it kind of like when the TV networks go into sweeps? You want the best guests, and you want them before anybody else gets them.
There is sharing going on. That should be said, but at the same time, there's also the problems emerging where the congressional committees are getting access to witnesses and documents that Mueller is not, and that actually led to Mueller doing a raid on Paul Manafort's home in order to get documents that Mueller felt was being withheld from him, and vice versa. Mueller, because of the sensitivity of the criminal investigation, has access to information that the congressional committees aren't getting access to. And then overlaid on top of all of that are all of the different individuals who are under investigation and whether or not they're cooperating, and sometimes they're different levels of cooperation.
There have been so many things, as you know, in the past few weeks that these investigations, in terms of the news cycle, have had to compete with, from North Korea to DACA to a host of other hurricanes. Is that working out to the advantage or the disadvantage of these different investigations? To the advantage, perhaps, because they can be free to do their work without having to answer Snoopy reporters' questions every day, or to the disadvantage that they can sort of goof off and nobody notices?
All the other stuff that's going on is a disadvantage to the congressional committees and an advantage to Robert Mueller. You can say that the other crises are an advantage. For Robert Mueller, he wants to keep his head down, keep quiet, doesn't want a lot of attention, go about doing his investigation. For the congressional committees, they kind of have a different purpose. They do want to be public. They do want to make information available. But at the same time, they also have other responsibilities, whether it's dealing with the crisis in North Korea, or whether it's getting people confirmed through committees and through the Senate. So for the House and Senate, for lawmakers, there's a competing growing list of competing interests that are pulling them in different ways.
So a question can be raised, why not just let Robert Mueller handle all this? That's his job. But Congress people have pride in this kind of oversight role that they have, and it is a role that they have.
Yeah, and it's also important to point out that they have a different purpose. Robert Mueller is doing a criminal investigation with an aim toward bringing charges and possibly putting people in jail. And if he doesn't find evidence to bring charges, we don't know that we're going to find out anything about his investigation. The congressional investigations have said that one of their main purposes is to actually make information public. They're not doing an investigation to bring charges, although what they find might be further charges. But they're doing their investigations in order to put together a narrative and tell the story of what happened in the 2016 election. And so they kind of have different purposes.
But don't you think that even if Robert Mueller doesn't find enough to indict anybody, that everything he has found out and will find out will still get leaked so that we will all find out?
There's no doubt that information is going to leak as Mueller's investigation continues. Whether it's going to come from Mueller's people is another story. A lot of leaking right now is coming from people who are on the outside who are learning about Mueller's investigation. But when Mueller completes his investigation, or as he finds things that are significant, he's taking it to the Justice Department, specifically the Deputy Attorney General, who is going to make decisions about what should be made public. And so in the end, if Mueller comes forward with charges, we will know about those charges because they'll be public charges. But if he doesn't, then it will be up to the Deputy Attorney General to make a decision on what to make public.
This Bloomberg National Security reporter Chris Strom. Chris, thanks.
Coming up, some of the stories you may have missed, but we didn't.
U.S. streets. For 1 minute, we're going to fix our streets. Your neighborhood.
Maine is shut down between Bricknell and Ocean Park.
Glendale police says the victim died at a nearby hospital.
When breaking news happens, depend on Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio.
My son was number 527 out of 2,320 students. He's very smart, but he wasn't being challenged in school, and he's bored. So his grades were just average. He had high hopes of getting into a good college, so we needed something different. Then we found Halstrom Academy. With customized one-to-one instruction, AP courses, and a small campus environment, he started to excel. He just got accepted to his top 3 colleges. Thanks, Halstrom Academy. Halstrom Academy is an accredited private school for grades 6 through 12 and is enrolling now. Visit halstromnow.com to learn more. halstromnow.com.
News is brought to you by 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Tom, what do you like best about this job? I like to see the look on people's faces when they see the difference we make. Describe that difference. We make places feel big and clean. We give people a fresh start, a do-over, a brand new day with birds singing and everything. And what do we say to people? All you have to do is point. Whatever you're pointing at will disappear. We work until midnight, 7 days a week, so you never have to take off work to meet us. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Veterans, are you receiving refinance offers in the mail only to find out you don't qualify for the advertised rate? Speak with a veteran. Call Tom Brown of Tom Brown Group at OmniFund, 844-90-VA-LEND, or Google Tom Brown VA Loan.
For one night, Saturday, October 7th, the new 5-Point Amphitheater in Irvine brings you The Offspring, 311 Cypress Hill, Lit, Gin Blossoms, and E6. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Bonds and most risky than possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, federal alternative minimum tax. When interest rates rise, bond prices fall. And when interest rates fall, bond prices rise. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results.
When my wife and I reminisce about our youth, the words free and easy come to mind. Not having a care in the world. Well, we're certainly not young anymore. We have many things to think about, especially as we've entered retirement. But we recently received a free guide to municipal bonds from the municipal bond specialist at Henyon & Walsh, and requesting the guide was definitely free and easy. Now we earn federally tax-free investment income through municipal bonds. They were a smart move for us. We can't recommend it enough. Call today for your free no-obligation bond guide from Henyon & Walsh. And see how free and easy it is to get your guide. Call 1-800-833-9833 for your free guide.
That's 1-800-833-9833. 1-800-833-9833. Securities offered through Henry Walsh, Inc., member of the SIPC.
Faster than a speeding payment, more powerful than a bank, able to meet your financial need in a single bound. It's Los Angeles Federal Credit Union, and they're coming to your rescue. Come find the way at lacreditunion.org.
It's 1:55 now. Traffic every 10 minutes on the 5s. This report being brought to you by attorney Sweet James Bergener. Here's Tom Tran.
Give you an update about that crash on the eastbound side of the Santa Monica Freeway at Cloverfield. It's moved out of lanes. It's still jammed up from PCH over towards the 405, and then slows again through Mid-City from La Cienega all the way into downtown LA. North and southbound side of the 405 still busy through Culver City. Northbound side, we had a crash over, actually, I had the crash on the southbound side of the 405 near Venice Boulevard. Still got traffic back up from Wilshire. The northbound side seeing a lot of looky-loose slowing from Century Boulevard up towards the 10 over on the 210 eastbound at Baldwin Avenue. Two-car crash here, just moved out of lanes. It's still slow, though, from out of Pasadena. Hurt in an accident, the one to trust is attorney Sweet James Bergener, never a referral service, available 24/7. Call him direct at 800-881-2021 or sweetjames.com. Your next report, 205 with Tom Tran. More traffic reports, more on KNX 1070 News Radio.
You're listening to KNX In Depth with Mike Simpson. I'm Charles Felt.
Forget about fake news. How can you spot a fake designer handbag? Apparently, a huge problem for a lot of stores. To the rescue, a new gadget that its maker says has a 98% accuracy record in being able to ID a fake handbag. The device can be leased out to stores. It uses a camera and a database of some 30,000 handbags and wallets to go and make the comparison.
You know what they say about people who live in glass houses? Well, in Sweden, they're trying an experiment where Swedes who are stressed out are stuffed into little glass cabins. Yeah, they're stuffed into, they're really tiny glass cabins out in the woods. The idea is to expose them to nature. The cabin's all glass, so they can look out at trees and grass and water and birds and insects and small animals.
Sounds nice.
It sounds boring. What a bore. They can leave the cabin if they want to take a swim or catch a fish. It's called I find this funny. It's called the
For yourself.
I know. It's called the 72-hour cabin.